Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to show you what I've been working on these last few days. Um, these are both Sterling Ink B5 notebooks, and I promised myself that I was going to stay in this one until the end of the year because I've moved into so many different notebooks and I've come back to this one and I said, okay, no more, I'm going to stay here. But then I had this one in my closet, and I know that a lot of people do planner refreshes or a planner refresh in July because it's halfway through the year. And I said to myself, why don't I just move? Because I've moved so many times from A5, B6 to A4 and then back to my B5, everything is out of order. Like, I have journaling pages split up, and I have like trackers split up, and weeklies that I didn't end up using. Like, everything's all split up. And it kind of bothers me. I mean, it bothers me all the time. So I thought, okay, let me just fix that problem and start over. And so that's what I did. And because my birthday's in July, it's kind of perfect to start over. So this can be like, I can go by year, like my age instead of like the year. I do that with my son's baby books. Like, he has age 1, age 2, age 3. So I could just do that. And so that's what I'm going to do. So I opened, let me put this away because we're not going to use it. Also, I didn't order any new stickers for this. I'm actually very, very proud of myself. And I like how that looks. So just wanted to show you that. Okay. So, what was I saying before I pointed out the stickers? Wow, I don't know what I was saying. I'm sorry. I should rewind it, but also I can't because I don't know how to do that while I'm filming. Anyway, I wanted to go through this book and show you all of the pages that I've already set up before I start putting like a lot of personal stuff in it. And so I am going to try to use this until June 2027. So I do want to fit a whole year in here. And it's the B5 Sterling Ink notebook. It's the plain notebook. What surprised me was what I don't know if I want to take it out, but what the cover feels like. If I don't like it, it's very thin. It doesn't feel like the black one. The black one feels a lot more sturdier. So I don't know how this is going to hold up, and I don't know if I mean, I hope it holds up well, but I don't know because it just feels, it doesn't feel as sturdy as the black one. And I don't know why. They're the exact same notebook. And I've pulled like so many pages out of this one, and it still feels sturdier. Like, the cover is thicker. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. But let's just start with what I've done so far. While I was trying to figure out the stickers that I wanted to use, I had a lot that I ended up not using, and I didn't want to get rid of them or throw them away because these were my favorite from Sticky Club, and I want to keep them. They just didn't really look, they were like clear, so they didn't really look, they didn't stand out with this color. So they're here now. And I have a printout for the World Cup. I don't know if anybody's watching the World Cup, but I am. So I printed this out, and it's on the first page. Then I have this layout that's for whatever happens, like in the news, or just stuff that happens in our life. I just want a quick overview. And then here's my weather tracker. And then this little area is going to be like a future log. So this starts with July 2027, and it'll just keep going up, until 2020. So whatever, like if there's an event coming up in the way future, I'll just write it down there. In some other notebooks, I used to have like full page future logs, but I never fill them out. I never have things way in advance to plan for. So I thought a little small, little cute area would be fine. Then I have band calendar, and I do have the full 2026 and a full 2027, just so I can plan this is my husband's band calendar. So I like having both, all of this space so that I can plan out, our trips and our vacation, blah, blah, blah. And then I don't think anything personal's in here. I have monthly calendars. So I've already set up July, and here's where I'll write shows or books that are coming out that I don't want to miss this month. And I used some of these stickers that I also had used in the front, but I didn't want to, use the same stickers, so I saved them. And then, so I did this for the whole year. So I have August, September, and I'll decorate with stickers later. Because who knows, I might change my mind. Okay, I'm not going to change my mind, but I might, right? So I did it all the way to January. And the funny thing is I write, because I have like a whiteboard calendar in the kitchen, and then my son has a whiteboard calendar in his room, and I always write the months in Spanish. So I'm like, why don't I do that in my own journal? Like, I'm bilingual. I know what enero is. So that's what I'm going to do. But I didn't do the rest of the year because, again, I don't want to decorate it and then move out, But I do have a whole year. And then I have space for gifts, gift planning, and then this is going to be for Christmas. So advent calendars and gift planning. And I'll decorate that later too with stickers. And then this is going to be my spending tracker. So I think what I'm going to do is just write every little thing that I buy every month. And if I have room, I'll do like a bill tracker, maybe. I don't know. I haven't decided. But I do want to keep track of what I spend because I buy a lot of unnecessary things. So I gave myself space to track all that stuff. And that gives me the whole year. And then I have trackers for gas. So here I'll write what we spend on gas for the whole year. And then Starbucks and groceries and takeout. So I want to keep track of what we're spending and try to not spend as much. I've already filled, okay, so for like my social media tracker, I left the first half of the year just so I can have it there and, I had the space, so why not? So then I keep track of when I charge my Kindle and how many hours I spend on the phone and when I upload a YouTube video. And then this is a meal tracker. In previous, like I can show you in my here in my old notebook, I would have all of that, like the meals and stuff, I would have it in my daily tracker or in my daily journal pages, but I didn't want to do that anymore. So I moved the meals out of there, and you'll see when I show you my daily setup. But I'm keeping track of our meals here. And then I have a cleaning tracker where I keep track of like laundry and whatever we do around the house. And then Sparky and the cats, which is my dog and our stray cats. And I keep track of like how much food I buy or anything that happens. And then I have other trackers. This is a tracker for anything that happens with like my parents. I'm at that age where my parents are old and I have to keep track of stuff for them sometimes. So I'll keep track of how much I call them and how much they call me and texting, and it's weird, but I like that. I like to keep track of everything. So in previous trackers, I would like write or draw every line, and this time I was like, you know what? I don't want to do that because it's a lot of work and also it looks busy. And this gives me enough room and clear space to just, I'm not limited, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So I like the way it looks. I like how it's clean. I can probably show you what they look like. Let me see. In my old one. So you can see what I'm talking about. Like if let me fold it over so you can see. But you see how busy it looks? I don't really like that. This looks better. Anyway, that's that. And then so I have one for my son too. And then mine. And then here I added some yearly trackers for like how often I work out, skincare, vitamins. And then I've got like a period tracker, a tracker of every time I cry. I think these are just extra pages. So I think I have like 2 extra pages that I can just do whatever. And then then my daily pages start, and I have enough for every single day. And I'm not going to show you the first 2 because I've already journaled in them, so it's private. But here's yesterday and today. And I haven't journaled for yesterday, but I will real quick right after I film this video. But I love all the space. I love it. And so all I'm gonna put here is like a schedule of the day to keep track of what I do, and then my to-dos. And I think it turned out really, really well. And I haven't done any more, but as I do more, I'll make videos or make a post or something. And then I have room for my picture a day and my picture of the week. And towards the back, I have my book trackers. So I have one to track the new books I get, and then my pre-orders and when those are coming in. And then I also have space for ARC requests, book promo stuff, and ARC tracking. And then I'll do this later, but I'm going to write down my physical TBR here. And then I have 50 pages for book reviews. So they're going to look like, let me show you what they look like over here. So I can fit like 2 a page. So if I read 100 books, then I'll have the 50 pages and enough space for all of them. If I read 100 books. It's not looking like I'm going to read 100 books this year, so. And then towards the back, I have space for movies and TV shows. There you go. So I'll just paste them all here. And in my other notebook, it looks like this so far. This. And so it'll look like that here. The only bad thing, well, the only weird thing is this notebook also had like 2 thicker pages, or 3. So that's why, maybe that's why it feels so sturdy, because this one only has 1. So, I don't know. I guess I just have to get used to it. The vinyl cover covers the, it's getting all bendy. What is going on? There. It covers the softness. Like, you know what? I might take it out to show you, because that's the only way you're going to know what I'm talking about. Even though you won't be able to feel it, but maybe you'll be able to tell what I'm talking about. Okay, so this, it feels gross. It feels, I can't explain it. I want to say velvety, but it's not velvety. And it's like super flimsy. So, I don't know, maybe, are they all like this? All the maroon colored ones? I don't know. But I don't like it. So I'm glad that I had the cover for it too. Because now I can't even tell. So my only concern is if it's going to last a whole year without falling apart or ripping. But I don't know, I just rambled on, and I hope you're all having a great 4th of July. And thanks for watching, and I'll make more videos for my daily layouts and stuff. Monthly layouts maybe, I don't know. But yeah. Oop, I almost opened that one. There you go. That's what it looks like. Thanks for watching. Bye.